Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Monday. It is the 28th of June 2021, and we are sitting at 91 at the moment. It's about 12:30 in the afternoon, and not a bad day. Got some sun and a few clouds, but nothing bad. So actually I'll just show you a peek in here of how the greenhouse looks there. We got everything set up now on the tables, it's all cleaned up. A tremendous amount of tomato plants, and we can see them all on the ground over here and stuff like that too. So yeah, we have a lot of plants, but that's good. So anyway, so I want to talk about this topic. So in the live stream last night, somebody had made the comment of, what do you think about the experimental universal basic income program that they're doing in New York? And I said, well, I hadn't heard of anything like that, and I think I would have because I live in New York, so I said I hadn't heard anything of it. So after the stream, I had 3 different people send me the information. So once again, I stand corrected because there absolutely is an experimental program, and it is in Ellenville, New York. And what they have done is, from the county of Ellenville, they've taken the medium income, which is, and they've, well, hold on, I'm going to go over all this, what they're doing, okay? So what they have decided to do, and this is not the only place that they're doing this. Now, Ellenville is less than 100 miles away from New York City. So you have a lot of people from New York City, of course the wealthy that can afford to do it, are buying up properties in these small towns outside of New York City, and driving up the price of properties and stuff like that. Okay, so I got my paper here, so I'm going to look at my paper and I'm going to read this to you as I go here. So 100 households making less than $46,900 a year. The program began in May, and each one of these families are receiving $500 a month payments for a year. Okay, they can spend the money any way that they want to, but they will be asked to participate in periodic surveys about their physical health, their mental health, and their employment status. Okay, so there's other places that have tried but are doing the same thing. One of them was Compton in California, Roanoke in Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. And there's a bunch of other programs that they're trying this out at. Now, the difference is, all these other programs have done it in cities. Ellenville is the first area that they're using, which is a small city surrounding small towns, and actually, more rural places as well. Okay, so that is what they're doing there. So they're doing this experiment there because people in the cities have different spending habits and they do things differently, okay? The income threshold was based on 80% of the county's average mean income. So this way it will be both poor people and a slice of the middle class. A lot of the people in the middle class they need help, but they make too much money to receive any help from regular programs offered by the government. All right. Hold on a second. I wanted to make sure I read all the rest of this that I got written down here. Okay, so the basic income program, it's an experimental program. It's basically done by donations. So if they're doing with 100 families, giving 100 families $500 a month for a year, that's some quite substantial donations being given. But it's an experiment to see if a universal basic income will work. Okay. Let's see. So I want to talk about this. So I wanted to give you the basic information of how they came up with everything to start with. What they're doing an experiment to see if a universal basic income is going to work. Now, I know that there's a lot of families out there, that are considered middle class. Maybe you got 3-4 kids. Oops, oh, wow, what do we got there? The heck was that? I think it was a bug. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't even see that. I don't know. At first I thought the thing was cracked. But so anyway, no, it's so a lot of people have, they're struggling, they need extra help, but they don't qualify for government programs because they just make too much money. I can remember one time I was talking to somebody and they needed some extra help, and they literally, their income was, I think it was like $20 too much to qualify. So they made too much money to qualify for the extra help, which they really needed at the time. And so these things do happen, okay? So they're trying out this experiment for a universal basic income. I'm torn, I'll be honest with you. I know there's people out there that need extra help, but the problem that I see with something like this is if they came up with a universal basic income for people to say, I'm just trying to think here. Let's say they said, okay, so now, I guess a lot of these people are working and stuff like that are getting this, which is fine. I mean, like I said, their income per year is under that $46,900. And so, I think they said 4,100 or something like that people apply for the program, and they selected 100 families. So they're trying to be diversified as far as who they're helping with that, which, and I get that. What, baby girl? You're okay. You're okay. So I got to show you this. I got to come out here and still fix this. But this is what she did. She had grabbed the flag and pulled it down. Stop. Leave it alone. Yes, leave it alone. So on a day like today, I will tell you, I won't leave them, even though it's very shaded in this area, I won't leave them outside all day. It's just too hot. They need to come in with a house where it's cooler. So they like to be outside. Especially when the weather's nicer. So I'll take them in and out a few times during the day. I definitely don't want to leave them out here all day, but they do have water out here for them, so they got plenty of water. And as you can see, Pandora's going over there and getting a drink right now. So, but anyway, if it's done correctly, and so I'm going to give you my take on it, okay? If you have families that are at a point where they need that extra help, I get it, okay? But it opens up a can of worms because then you're going to have everybody's going to want it. And what I think it does in the long term for a lot of people, it shuts down the incentive. It shuts down people's incentive to go out, to work harder, to make a living, to support their families and stuff like that. Because when you have, people get comfortable. So if you say, okay, well, if I work 40 hours a week and then they're giving me an extra $500 a month, that's going to really take me over that edge. So there's no incentive for me to go and work harder, to put in that extra time to take care of things and stuff like that. So I think that's part of the problem with it. If they did it overall, like we're just going to give people an income and then they don't work at all, that even makes it worse because there's never an incentive to better yourself because, again, people will get comfortable. They'll be like, well, that's okay. I can live on this and I'll be fine. What I like about the United States of America is regardless of what station in life you come from, doesn't matter if you were born poor, if you were born middle class, if you were born rich, or whatever the case may be. Obviously, if you're rich, you got a lot more advantages than the rest of us. But if you are middle class, or if you are poor, if you work hard and you have that drive, and not everybody has it, I'll be 100% honest with you, not everybody has that drive. Not everybody has the intelligence either, to be honest with you. But if they work hard, they have that opportunity to get ahead, to have a good life, because it motivates people to be like, I don't want to be here, I would rather be here, I never wanted to be, I want to be filthy, stinking rich. Never was in that situation. I never cared about, keeping up with the Joneses or doing anything like that. It was never anything that, for me, it never came to mind as a thing that I'm like, yeah, I want to do this or I want to do that. I just wanted to be able to take care of my family. you know, to have something to leave my children something when I go. And so, you know, that was kind of like what my thing was. But again, self-motivation is a huge part of that. When you are given money for nothing, okay, that takes a lot of that self-motivation away. Again, this is my opinion, okay? That's just my opinion. I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Now, so let me just say again, so I had said, you know, I didn't think there was such a program. I stand corrected once again. I was wrong. And I do appreciate everybody sending me that information. And I said, I'm definitely doing a video on this because it definitely needs to be discussed. I want to hear what you guys think. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? You know, like I said, they're doing in the other places, they did it in cities. And they found that extra $500 a month, and I thought this was really, really interesting. 2/3 of that money was spent on food. So a lot of those people, especially in the cities that were getting that extra $500 a month, they were spending the majority of it, like $350 a month, on food. So I think that that's interesting and that's telling. So what they're doing is they're trying to figure out, okay, if we give these people this money, what are they spending it on? And the thing that's kind of cool with the experiment is they aren't limited to what they can do with the money. They can do whatever they want to do with the money. So if they can spend it any way that they want to. So I think that's kind of neat because that gives, you know, a more clear picture of what that money's being used for. And obviously they're using that experiment to try to figure everything out, which I think is kind of cool as well. So I think that that's interesting. The whole thing is really quite interesting. So so anyway, so that's you know, that was that. So I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback on that. I want to hear what you guys have to say and what you think, because, you know, like I said, you know, this could it's the potential of opening up a can of worms that can lead to our downfall. Because I think, again, in my opinion, I think it's going to take a lot of the motivation, a lot of the drive for a lot of people to make their lives better. Now, there's a lot of people out there that are never going to do nothing anyway. They're never going to try to make their lives better. It's all in the mindset. It really is. It's all in the mindset. But anyway, definitely, like I said, I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. So again, I want to talk really, really quickly. We have the Prepper Get-Together coming up here in July. It is the 17th and 18th of July. The first day on the Saturday is going to be at the Saguenay American Legion. The second day is going to be at Letchworth State Park up by the pool area. There is a pavilion that I have up there, and again, I will give you the name of that pavilion. I still have to grab that paperwork and look at that. But definitely, we're going to have a great time if you would like to come. The only thing that I ask is you bring a dish to pass, because I will provide hamburgers and hot dogs and all the fixings with that, the buns, the condiments, the paper products, and all those stuff, you know, paper towels, all that type of stuff. I will provide all of that. So if you would like to come to the Prepper Get-Together, you're more than welcome to come. We're going to be cooking out both days, Saturday and Sunday, and it should be a lot of fun. We should have a really good time and just a nice get-together. I know that it was funny, somebody was saying, well, you know, after January 6th, you know, a bunch of preppers and stuff getting together, that might not be such a good idea. First of all, we're not holding this event anywhere near any Capitol buildings. We're not looking to protest anything. We're looking to have a brother and sisterhood of fellow like-minded people enjoying a weekend and enjoying each other's company and sharing thoughts and all those type of things. So I think that that is, you know, a good thing. I don't think that that is a bad thing at all, and I don't think anybody's going to be there watching us or taking down license plate numbers or anything like that. It's not that kind of party. So anyway, guys, I will talk to you all later. I definitely want to hear your feedback from this video. Remember, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from reaching those goals is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I will see you all later. I hope everybody has a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.